All right. So this is what we have. Welcome everyone um, to this um, we call career audit. Career audit, and we want to make it as a consultation. This will be group consultation, meaning that we will all take part together, and then of course um, there is a possibility that in some cases we may have to follow up, okay, depending on the issues, but it will be primarily group consultation where we all discuss and look at the issues. All right. So I have something I would like to share to get us going. But before then, I will actually like us. You can raise your hand. Everyone is muted when you join, but you can raise your hand to speak when you want to speak, and then I will ask you to unmute. Um, what we have here is not a common thing that happens. It's not, sometimes it happens in some places that a forum is created for people to interface in this way. But you have heard this. This career audit is a follow-up to the career talk we had last week, which is the way we have planned it. So the career talk will come on the last Friday of the month, and then the career audit will follow. This is very informal, okay? But I want to hear from you. What are your expectations? What are your expectations? I think I can take up to 5 people. We have some time. But what are your expectations coming here? You can see that we are very few. I didn't expect that we'll have many people. Okay. But what are your expectations? And I want you to really think about it carefully. Why are you here? What do you want to get out of this place? All right. So just raise your hand and I will recognize you. Okay, I have Pat Nkweteyim, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Prof. Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
everyone. I'm here. Thank you for another opportunity. I'm here expecting to understand whether what I'm doing as a scientist in my career is good enough, whether I'm on the right track, whether I'm going the wrong way. And at the end of the day, I want this to be clear so that I take the right path to create better impact in my community and in the science world. That's my
Mm-hmm.
expectation. I want to be sure that I'm doing the right thing. I don't make mistakes. I don't walk in errors. That's my expectation.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much on that. Any other person? Um, yeah, if you have something to say, just raise your hand. I recognize you. Um, Pat is saying she wants to know what she has done, her journey this far. The tools she has, are they the right tools to solve the challenges she has? Is she doing it rightly? Are there things she can do differently? Are there decisions? Sometimes decisions may be quite early. Sometimes they may be late. Are there decisions she's making Are there things she needs to improve? And yeah, um, this is really the core of why we're here. Okay, so I hope that we can arrive at that. But I have to let you know, building a career is not baby's menu. Building a career is not baby's menu. That is one. The second thing is that there is a saying that Rome was not built in a day. So it means that there is time. You need time. Time aspect is there. And time, you have things like patience. You have things like persistence. You have things like failures, and so on and so forth. They will come. Okay, so it's not something that you do in blink of an eye. Okay, I have Nelson. Nelson, tell us why you are here.
All right, Professor, thank you so much. Good afternoon, everybody. One of the reasons why I'm here is that I believe in life, decision making is very important. And the decisions that we make, either intentionally or unintentionally, they have a consequence. And so sometimes we make the decisions we make because of lack of information or lack of guidance. So a career journey, like Professor said, is not an easy one. So it needs a lot of guidance and the right information. So I'm personally here to be able to make better career decisions. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Now, seeing the next I have here is Toby Eluyera. Toby Eluyera, please go ahead.
Thank you, Prof. Okay, so I'm here to carve a niche out of my career. I'm in my late 40s. I'm presently a laboratory physician, but there's so much rivalry in that I had to go out and start a PhD in public health. So in that career path, I'm wondering now, how do I carve a niche out for myself, combining laboratory medicine with public health? That's my dilemma now. Because I wanted to add value to what I had before. But now carving a niche out with what's in front of me now that I have with. So that's why I'm here. Thank you, sir.
All right, great. Thank you. Thank you. You mentioned rivalry in career, which forced you to somewhat move to another field. And now you are there. What do I do? How do I be myself? Okay. Then I have Gideon Iheme.
Okay, yes, thank you so much, Prof. Yes, I think this is my first time of joining this meeting. I I I have been, I think, one of the first contacts I had with Prof was a message I sent on ResearchGate. I was like, I had several PhD opportunities, and then I wanted to get an understanding of Sweden. And then, luckily for me, he replied quite instantly, and that has actually, that shaped a lot about me. And prior to that, I have been following you on ResearchGate, and I see a lot of impactful collaborative works you do, and I keep wondering like how you manage to work in such kind of impactful way and produce such quality research. So yeah, it was something I had to join because it's good to learn from you, like how you are able to navigate your career path and of course be so impactful. Thank you.
Mhm. All right. Thank you, Gideon. I thought I saw another hand. Lena, I thought okay, maybe Lena has dropped her hand. All right. Lena, you still want to speak? Sorry, I didn't know that your hand was already heavy. But yes, go ahead.
No, actually, I raised my hand, then I lowered it because Nelson and Toby, they just expressed what I was thinking of. I shifted my career from a pharmacist to the epidemiology. And as soon as I started my career in Sudan, the war broke through. And then I felt stuck. I came to UAE and I'm stuck. I can't start my career. So I'm in a level now that I'm stuck. So I came to this meeting basically to clarify my thought, to know exactly what is my next step.
Well, Lena, let me follow up with you here now. When you say that you are stuck, what does that mean?
Because currently I'm in UAE and every job that I'm applying for, it requires experience.
Okay.
And I don't have enough experience. And yeah, it's a loop.
Okay, so you're talking about experience. Your
Yes,
job requires experience, which you don't have.
I don't
And
have, and in order to have experience, I have to have a job. In order I have the job, I have the experience, and it's just a vicious loop.
so the jobs you require, I mean, you are applying now require more advanced experience than you have.
Yes, even though I'm applying for junior jobs like research assistant, like any junior job that I found, and still they require experience here in UAE.
So
It's very competitive.
what kind of experience do they require?
Publication, for example.
Okay, so publication.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Publication.
when you say experience can mean lots of things. So they
Mhm.
want to see an evidence that you can do the
Mhm.
job based on what you have done before. Have you attended any interviews?
None.
None. Okay. So your application has been rejected
Before.
before the interviews.
Yes.
But who told you it's due to lack of experience?
None. It's an assumption
That is
I
your
made.
own
Assumption.
assumption. Okay, that is your own assumption. But do you think there may be other things apart from experience?
It might be the networking. Also,
Okay.
they told me it's an important factor here.
All right. Experience is very important in terms of output. And I have to say
Yes.
this to everyone. That is how the academia works and many other professions. Academia wants to see. Yeah, I was speaking to my PhD student yesterday, and he started an idea, and he just went straight and started inviting. He has a research idea and started inviting people to join him. He didn't discuss this with me before he started doing that. So he was telling me yesterday that one of those he invited um, declined. And the person said, well, I don't usually get into collaborations. I didn't start from the beginning. I don't get into collaborations where you just send me something to comment and I'm not sure what has happened behind the scenes. And so he said it is weird because other people accepted. And I said, well, the first thing you need to know is that as far as academia is concerned now, nobody knows you. Okay, so once somebody receives your email, the first thing they will do is to put your name in Google and they search you. And when they look at you, who are you? Who is this guy? All right. And so they don't know you. You don't have a track record, and this person you're inviting is a renowned person. So that already is an amber, or what? It's not red traffic light, but it's an amber light already to say, well, this person is anyway. I don't know. Okay, so there is doubt there. All right. Then the second thing is that when you want to do collaboration, it is called collaboration. What it means is that it is now beyond one person. All right. No matter how independently you can work, no matter how good independently you can work, once it's collaboration, make it a collaboration. Don't invite people so that their name can boost you. Not everybody takes that. And then he started shaking his head. He said, okay. Don't invite people because you want their names to boost you. As I am here, I reject many invites. I reject many. All right. Some of them are suspicious. Some of them are not honest. Some of them want to take advantage of your name or your profile, whatever profile that is. So if you want to go into collaboration, go out sincerely, go out honestly, go out and make it a collaboration. Let people make the adequate contributions they can make. Well, that second aspect is something I've just added in response to Lena. But yeah, just to highlight that, Lena, yes, the academia is full of productivity as a basis to assess you. Even though that in itself can also be inadequate. For instance, nowadays, because I have got involved recruiting PhDs, recruiting postdocs from across the world. Sometimes I advertise PhD position, and then you have 100 persons applying for one position, 70 persons, 150 persons. And my goal in terms of my career, I have passed that level where I babysit people or spoon feed them. Okay? That is if it was during the last 5 years, that would have been possible. Okay? So I have passed the level where I have time to teach my student nitty-gritty. If you understand what I mean, I have passed that level. It's a reality in career growth because of various other responsibilities that come your way. So if I want to recruit, it is not enough that you have published 30 papers. There are some PhD students that I apply to my position, they have published 20 papers, 30 papers. All right. I have to make a comprehensive assessment of you. You can work independently. You can work in groups. You have capacity. You are multitasking. You can originate solutions in difficult times. You can also depend on me, all right? Not independently, then you ride. It's a roller coaster. You move on your journey. No. So there should be balance. So sometimes people apply and they say they have first class in their first degree, first class in their second master's. I don't look at first class. I don't look at grades. I don't look at grades. It doesn't matter what you have. You have straight A's in no, that has nothing to do with me. I'm looking for what Lena mentioned, experience. Okay, I'm looking for experience. So that experience is not that you have published. And so I will organize an interview. And in that interview, I will make some assessment myself. You may be in that interview, but you don't know what I'm looking for, the things I'm looking for when I talk to you. And usually those interviews will go nicely. We laugh and we joke, but there are things I'm looking out for. All right, there are things I'm looking out for. And this aspect I've mentioned, I'm looking for those experiences because that is really what you'll be coming to do. And your ability to learn, you want to learn, you can come down and learn new things. All right. But now, Lena, you have seen that from your point, you have concluded that they are looking for experience. You need to build those experiences. You need to do that. It's not something you get frustrated with. Before this meeting, a colleague of mine here, he just called me, said, Bright, are you in the office? Let's go for lunch. I said, no, I'm actually home today. I work from home on Fridays, so I can't go for lunch with you today. And then we started talking. I know other things, but other things. And he started telling me that he wants to learn Python. And they rejected his application at the university. He's a staff. So staff have right to attend classes, bachelor's courses, the master's, PhD, no problem. But he said they rejected him. I said, why? Why would they reject your application? He said that they said that he doesn't have math 3, and we're trying to understand what that means. But I told him, well, there are many resources online. Go to Coursera, go to EDX, go to Udemy. They have programs that you can learn. And I told him, that was 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I buried myself into acquiring skills. My goodness. Sometimes I don't sleep in the night. I buried myself. That was the period EDX was launched. Coursera was launched. I buried myself literally and I developed skills. I learned different programs. I ensure beyond what I am learning in the classroom, I buried myself because I was looking into the future. And many of the skills I have today, those were in the era that I developed them. And today, I have no time whatsoever to go to those platforms. I have no time because other things have taken. So if I have reserved my time, well, I keep postponing it. The point I'm making is, if it requires you to have experience, you need to strategically gain those experiences because that is what the job requires. So I'll give you an example for myself. If I am recruiting, it is experience. All right? Because that is what is required. I need people who can be there. And I am really happy that my team has developed to that point. So experience is important, and this concerns everyone. You need to really you need to develop those experiences. Okay. All right. I see Eman has her hand. Eman, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Sometimes I have question people ask me or even come to my mind. If you have opportunity to change your career, or even if you want to change it, for example, change from academia to another area in academia, or from academia to business, how to know that your judgment is correct? Sometimes a new position come with uses. Yes, it is a good position and area for self-development for future. But at the current time, you will lose some things like, for example, clinical skills. And sometimes people think totally of changing this from academia to business. How to know this judgment is correct? Yes, I know you have to balance everything, but the academic mind, sometimes you feel you are fixed in place and you have a great pressure inside yourself not to make this change, even if it will be better, but the fear of risks, the fear of change. Thank you.
All right. Well, that is not an easy question. You know, the challenge I have seen in life is that people often define their career outside of their life's purpose. Outside of their life's purpose. Life has a purpose. Each of us is unique. I mean, you believe that life has a purpose? You can put down there on the chat box yes or no. I mean, let's see. Life has a purpose, and what I mean by that is that our individual lives has a purpose. All right. And I have discussed this at various forums, even amongst young people, and trying to define your life's purpose. And sometimes what I see is that I see this look on people's face, and they're looking at me like this guy is coming from Pluto or even Jupiter. What is he talking about? But life has a purpose. One of the challenges people have when we have a mix of feelings in our career is that we separate the career from our life's purpose. Meaning that we are driven in the career path based on other things. And some of those other things can be contrary to who we actually are, our life's purpose. All right. So if you want to get your career right, you need to first of all define who you are. Who am I? Why am I here? What is my purpose? What am I in the end I will achieve and I say I am satisfied? All right. What would that be? So you need to first of all define your life's purpose. Otherwise, you'll be applying to any job. You're applying to any job. Okay? Sometimes come that you take a job because that's what's available. But you must not make critical decisions that you have choices. I want to move from academia, for instance, to business. Do you really need to do that to achieve your life purpose? If yes, and then would the the career you're taking in business aligning with your life purpose. All right. When you have your life purpose, there is a passion that is behind that sin that it drives you. And so any career you find yourself, if you are not passionate about it, then you need to check it. It doesn't matter how much the salary is. But a career, in the end, you go back home and you sleep in peace. You wake up in the morning, you are excited to do it. All right? You are excited to do it. Sometimes people ask me, ASFI, this ASFI thing you do, how do you get the energy to do that? My goodness. It's a passion. And even what I do in my own career is a passion. You can't be around me and you remain the same. No, you can't be. In fact, you are around me, you want to join me in my career, and live your own, because there's something that oozes out of me that is infectious. When I say oozing, I don't mean something smelling. I mean, there's something that captures your attention. There's something that captures your attention. So life's purpose, passion. And this passion is actually an antidote to many things, because whatever career you face, you will have challenges. You have ups and downs. You have places where you may want to give up, but that passion comes that pushes you and you don't give up. So each and every one of us needs to think about that. The second edition of the Career Talks is first things first, the foundation. And some of these we will come back to them. When you are trying to build a career, the considerations you need to make. And so if you do not define your life purpose, you do not know what your life purpose is, you will jump from. And when your CV comes, somebody is looking at your CV, and the person who is aware of how things work will say, where do I put this person? I don't, this person has done so many works, and is it because that is availability, or you have passion in all of this? Okay. Well, that is a general advice. Man, sometimes we become more concrete when we see the individual situations. But there is a question Lena was asking, what is the experience you are looking for in PhD students? All right. Well, this may also depend on the call. Each PhD that I recruit, how specific project they have to work on. But the things I was looking for 5 years ago are not exactly the same thing I am looking for now, like I said before. So I am in my career stage where I am looking for people who can be independent, largely independent, and at the same time are team players. Okay. I'm looking for people who have the willingness to learn. All right. I'm looking for people who are flexible. Sometimes people lose opportunities because they're inflexible. They are too official. They are too official. You know, they are doing something that's, can you help me do this? No, I have to finish this first. You know, your value in the system minimizes, because the place you go, the nature of work you do requires flexibility. Yeah, that's what happens. You need that flexibility. Then the second thing is multitasking. Multitasking. I am sorry to say this, but perhaps if you want to get an idea of how one can grow into multitasking, you can schedule a time and talk with Ajibola. Ajibola may be a good case study. Well, I didn't say keep bumping her, but yeah, when she joined us, that was one of the things I was asking from her. And my own personal assessment is that I can see a growth. So somebody can actually move from not being able to multitask and grow and become very good at multitasking. All right. Yeah, and of course, depending on the project, there are some skills I will like to see. Sometimes it may be somebody's a data analyst. It may be somebody is a communicator. It may be somebody is a proficient writer. So yeah, those will become project specific. All right. Okay. So I have asked you why you are here, even though our time is running. So let me go into what I have for you today. All right. So just to mention that this is edition 1 of the career audit. All right. Consultation. This is edition 1. It is bi-monthly. So the next one will be in April. Building a career is not a straight path. It's never straight. It's zigzag, but we all have to do it. So the objectives of this audit is to make an assessment of the state of the art of our career. All right, the state of the art. To appraise where you are currently, appraise the journey you have taken so far, appraise what has worked well, what has not worked well, what has worked well, and why has it worked well, what you can do to reinforce those strategies you have used and things have worked well, what has not worked well, why it has not worked well. I think this is what Pat was simultaneously mentioned in her expectations. What do I need to change? How do I change it? These are the objectives I would like us to cover in this career audit. So it means that you have a mirror. You have a mirror, and in that mirror is yourself and your career. You're looking to identify the black spots, the white spots, and to rearrange them in a way that will bring you the joy that you need to keep on moving. All right, so these are career stages. And please, let's spend maybe 2 minutes on this. And I want you to look at it very carefully because we're not going to use it now in the exercise I will send you to do. So you may have this come in different formats, in different variations, all right? Career studies, you may have some that have 4, you may have some that have 5, but I picked this up because this may reflect some aspect of academic career, all right? Growing, number 1, starting to think about future and its possibilities, all right? Some of you may find yourself here. Number 2, exploring, discovering your specific interests and aptitudes. Please take note of where you are. I want you to take note of where you are. Don't mistake it. Don't exaggerate yourself. Don't exaggerate yourself. You know, many people exaggerate their CV of their abilities. Don't exaggerate yourself. Be sure that the description here actually tells about you, where you are today. Establishing, number 3, entering your career or exploring career interests. Okay? Maintaining. Number 4, growing career and skills or feeling stagnant. Reinventing. Retirement approaching or exploring new interests. All right. So take note of where you are. Are you number 1? Are you number 5? Or you're in number 2? You're number 3? You're number 4. Take note. So once you have taken note of this, I want you can use the emojis on the Zoom, or you can type it on the Zoom chat box here. How do you feel at the career stage you are? How do you feel? If you want to use emoji, if you're happy, you're fulfilled, you're settled, you're satisfied, you're clear. Yeah, well, I repeated clear again here. Anyway, so you can use thumbs or you can write it. If you are not, if you can use any of it, you can find your own words to describe where you are. How do you feel at the career stage you find yourself? So just put it on the chat box there. Let me take a note. Just put it. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Just say it the way it is. That is why we are here. That is why we are here. All right. That is why we are here. Just put it on the chat box. Yeah. Okay. Many people are very happy. I can see confused. One person here. All right. Happy, satisfied, and not satisfied. My goodness, somebody is both opposite. Unclear, happy. Okay. All right. Happy, confused, unsatisfied, and confused. My goodness, that is a double barrel. Unclear and unfulfilled. Double barrel again. Okay. Confused. Happy, confused. My goodness. But do you know that sometimes if you don't get lost, you will not learn? What is the question, please? My goodness, somebody is asking. So this is the question on the screen. How do you feel at the career stage you are currently? How do you feel? And these are the different career stages: growing, exploring, establishing, maintaining, reinventing. 5 stages. And which stage are you? How do you feel about it? All right. So just write it down there. Write it down there. Write it down there. Write it down there. We want to see. Write it down there. Okay. Happy and growing. All right. That's good. That's good that we have many positives. But yeah, we will discuss this. Okay, so having done that, the next thing I would like you to do is this. If you can take a picture of this, that would be great. But this is what I would like you to do to appraise the career stage you are. Now you know the career stages and the one you are in. I will be sending you to breakout session. Now, in the breakout session, I have given the career stages. Okay. I've named them stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. All right. So now you know the career stage you are. When I open the breakout session, I'm going to give you half an hour. I would like you to join the breakout session of the career stage you are. Join that one. And when you join that one in your breakout sessions, I want you to start discussing. All right? Discussing some of these points. You can add other points. What are your most pressing challenges where you are now? What have you done to change the situation or the challenges you face? Okay? If you don't have any challenge, say you don't have challenges. But if you experience challenges in the past before you come to the stage you are, tell about it. What did you do to change? What were your strategies? Has your intervention worked, or what you have done, did you work out? What do you think you can do better? Who have you discussed your situation with? Perhaps there's somebody that helped you. Have their suggestion worked for you? So discuss in your group, and half an hour, I'll bring you back. Let somebody in your group take a summary of the key points you discussed. Right? When we come, I will give each group 3 minutes. I will give each group 3 minutes to highlight to us. And if you have pending questions from your group, please bring it. Bring it to the main room. All right. So I'm going to bring the stages again. These are the stages. Okay. These are the stages while I assign you to your breakout session. So please take note of this. You can take a picture if it's not clear to you. Take a picture, and I'm opening the breakout sessions. Now I'm giving you half an hour, 30 minutes to walk through this, and then I will bring you back. So I open the rooms. Join your stage. If you can't join, then just type the stage, say, please put me in room or stage 1, stage 2. Just write that, then we'll do the rest from here. Okay? So in half an hour, I will bring you back. So have a very wonderful discussion. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. So let's start with group number 1. Group number 1, tell us, those who in the first stage, tell us what the situation is. What were your discussions? What do we take from your interaction? Group number 1. Just raise your hand if you are to speak for group number 1. Kegne, Harive. All right. Unmute and speak, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good afternoon.
Yes, I am Mr. Kenye Fongan from Cameroon. In our group, we have worked. We were 2 people that we are working. Other people join us after, but with my colleague, we have discussed about our profile and the challenge that we are facing. Me particularly, we have discussed about as a challenge. My colleagues say that they want to learn qualitative research, and to achieve this objective, she tried to find a course online, but those courses the training cost is high. My challenge is to finish with my PhD and then attend some conference, and to manage those difficulties. I am discussing with colleagues and any person who can give me some advice how to attend the conference and present all the work that I have generated during my PhD student. That is some point that I can say about the topic.
So that is all you discuss in your group. So the high cost of attending qualitative analysis or qualitative research. And then finishing the PhD and attending conferences. So, and it seems that they are all boiled down to money. My goodness. I hope this is not an encouragement. This person is sending ASFI organize a course on qualitative analysis. Well, and then attending conferences. Of course, you I don't know if you attended the last ASFI course. Did you attend the last ASFI conference? Kegne, did you attend the last ASFI conference? I want to hear your voice. Can you unmute yourself and speak? It seems he ran away after speaking. Okay.
I have just attended one course.
Did you attend?
Systematic?
Did you attend SFI conference? Last SFI conference?
No, Prof. No, Prof.
You have not attended it?
Yes, Prof.
So which conferences do you want to attend?
I am a epidemiologist. I am working on neglected tropical diseases.
I mean, is it national conference or international conference? Which one do you need?
International conference.
Do you need it as part of your PhD or part of your experience?
Part of my experience.
It's not required for your PhD.
Sometimes in the university, when you need it, you need to show that you have attended at least one international conference to
for
present
what?
Your data, your result.
For your PhD?
Yes, sir.
Without it, you wouldn't graduate?
Yes, Prof.
Why have you not attended so far?
I am just published my first articles. That's why I want to share my result, the result with another researcher in my fields.
What year are you in your PhD?
The last year. I am writing my PhD now.
You're writing your thesis now?
Yes.
And you have not attended a conference?
International conference. But
international conference you have not attended?
International ones.
So how are you going to graduate if you have not attended and if it's a requirement for you?
That's what I am looking for advice, how I can manage to do it.
When do you plan to defend?
It depends, maybe in the end of this years.
Okay, so you are not in trouble yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Because ASFI has a conference, which is a virtual conference, where you present your abstract. It can be oral presentation, it can be poster presentation, and then, of course, it will be published in ASFI Research Journal. Do you know about this?
Yes, I read about it last week.
Last week. So if you are finishing by the end of the year, ASFI conference is usually in November. So that gives you some time, but I don't know if it gives you some time to include that in your thesis or whatever, however you include it. But that is an option. But if you want other international conference, you know that it requires money, isn't it?
Yes.
So who is going to fund you?
But I am looking for a conference where organizer can
Fund
give
you.
us, can
scholarship.
fund me. Yes.
You have
because
not
I have a good data. I have a good data. That
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
innovative.
matter. It doesn't matter whether you have a good data or not, Kegne. They will not say that you have a good. That is not an issue. Have you not read about what Trump is doing now?
I don't
Have you
understand you well, Prof.
Trump is taking away the
Okay,
funding.
yes, Prof. Okay, okay,
Because many of these places, US support and all that. But have you found the conference itself? Have you found a conference you need to attend?
Someone, Prof, someone in the neglected tropical disease domain.
You have to look for the conference. If you want funding for the conference, then look for the conference and see whether they provide funding. And if they provide funding, it is also based on competition. They have their criteria for selection for each conference. But anyway, ASFI conference is an option for you, although it comes up in November. But you need to search for the conferences that are relevant to your topic, and then you need to apply and compete for the grant. Eman, I see your hand. You can go ahead, please.
Okay, Prof. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, right. I want to add that there are many international conferences have bursaries for free registration and also free attendance courses. You have to explore conferences in not only in your field but in the topic of your research. So you can apply. There are a lot of them during the whole year. Then you have to apply in many of them because the competition is high, and then you can get a free place in any of them. But don't wait for someone to invite you, because the invitation in the early career researchers may be very. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's go to group number 2. Breakout group number 2. Those in stage 2. Who is speaking for those in stage 2 or breakout room 2? Please just raise your hand and then I will invite you. Anyone in stage 2, group number 2? My goodness, I hope my eye is not deceiving me, but I actually saw a couple of persons in stage 2, group number 2. Or do you want me to call names now? Let me go and see. Maybe they want me to expose them. And I will just do that. I can see Abimana is in stage 2. I can see Teiban, is it Teiban? Is in stage 2. Hagar Adel was also in stage 2. Why none of them is talking? Abimana is not here. All right. Let's go to stage 3. Those in stage 3. Let's hear what you discuss and what are the issues. Okay, I see Pat. Please go ahead.
Okay, Prof, thank you so much. We are from establishing, entering career and exploring career interests. Our challenges, one person her challenge is she has started her career in a new country. It's very disturbing. And then another challenge we have, distraction. It's difficult working alone without support. And then some of us are overwhelmed with work and we don't have time to focus on our own personal growth. And then some other people are very good in research and administration, but because of the war in Sudan, the enthusiasm has died down. And then another challenge is that one person is not too sure whether she made the right decision to pursue a PhD, because as things are now, it's like she prefers the business world. Before she went into the PhD, she has started her startup businesses. And so she's a bit confused now whether she made the right decision. And the things we have done to overcome these challenges, we have not allowed our challenges to press us down. Most of us are still publishing and writing book chapters. And then to solve the problem of lack of zeal, some of us went to the internet to start looking for people or platforms that could help us come out of it. And that's how we stumbled on ASFI. A person like me, I stumbled on ASFI, and it has been like the miracle cure for most of us. ASFI is that miracle drug that we all were looking for. We love the publications, the collaborations, and so we are all taking advantage of it. We love the networking. We've been able to meet people and talk with. Prof has been there to advise us. And it is giving all of us this push that we need. And we all know that we cannot leave these networks. And then it's a big challenge that one of us had was she has never seen anybody who is doing her specific discipline, petroleum geoscience. So that has been a big challenge for her. It's been disturbing her. But when we discussed, we encouraged her to say the world has gone multidisciplinary, cross-disciplinary. She mustn't look for just the person who is in her field, but we are all there to collaborate, and that has given her this extra boost. So we are all for the fact that ASFI is that miracle platform that we're all looking for, and that has revolutionized all of us, and our zeal has come back, and we are ready to work and be that perfect scientist that Africa needs. That's what we discussed. Thank you, Prof.
All right, great. So I can see that group number 3 actually had a good time together. Okay, that is great, and I like the fact that you were able to support yourselves in terms of offering solutions, and started discussion on what could be some solutions to some of the questions you have challenges you have identified in your group. Career in academia would well, let me say this, Eman and Ajibola and everyone, this is here, all of you, Dr. Pat Nkweteyim has changed ASFI now to Miracle Platform. I don't know how you're going to incorporate it to our name, but it appears that we are having a new name, Miracle Platform. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying, that career in academia usually will take you to a different country. And whether you're in academia or not, there is always a challenge that comes with such migration. What I said earlier on purpose. Africa is in a situation where many people lose their life's purpose. Difficulty, challenges, whether you're educated or not, whether you're academia or not. And that is leading many people to take decisions that they will not naturally do if the conditions were good for them. That is the story of Africa. And for many academics, they also take such decisions just to get out of this whole mess. And in doing that, people take decisions in terms of migration or choices, wherever they find, whatever is there. I don't mind as far as I get out of here. I just want to get out of here. It's a pity. But I think if it was in my power to just snap my finger and things change, I would have done that. But just to remind us that your life's purpose is always should be a driving force. All right, should be a driving force. So don't make a decision to go to somewhere you know it does not align with your spirit, does not align with who you are. Okay, that is the first thing. But if you have decided that what is ahead of you is actually what you desire, and where you want to go is where you're going is where you really desire to go. Okay? When you do that, don't be in a hurry to decide otherwise. Because what you face in terms of the pressure and challenges of where the migration you have had, that is the same thing everybody faces. And different levels. You may get to a place where people are social, people are caring, people can support you. You may get to that place, and then it's easier for you to integrate. Or you may go to a place where it's not that so much caring. Don't lose hope in those situations. Do your best to see how you can remain motivated, because that decision has been made considering what your life purpose is all about. So those challenges are there of moving to a new place. They are there, but they usually would reduce with time. So you need patience to navigate. Okay. If it causes you to cry because nobody is there, then do it to relieve some stress, but don't lose hope. All right. Time will take care of the rest. You mentioned distractions. Yeah, we are all distracted. If nothing else distracts you, social media can knock you out with its different distraction. Social media can knock you out. But you know that you have a purpose. You know that you have to deliver. You know that you have to be productive. So please try to fight those distractions. Use your willpower to fight those distractions so that you can achieve what you actually set out to achieve. All right, overwhelmed with work. Yeah, that is a very common thing for many Africans. It's very common because you have somebody who is just doing PhD. She's teaching. She's administrating. She's teaching bachelor's. She's teaching masters. And they can even ask her to teach her fellow PhDs. My goodness. I don't know if you are in a university where this is the case. And then this person is a mother. She's pregnant, maybe with triplets. And then they want, after delivery, they want you to stay 3 months. And they say, if you don't come back, another person will take your job. Oh my God. You can't, it's very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. I don't know how this can happen, but those who are in the high echelon of our leadership in our education, I think we should really become very realistic about life. Because if you stress out your staff, they wouldn't deliver well. And those people who have this, have that. All right, they may be delivering, but the quality of their delivery is poor. The quality of their delivery is poor. Somebody is implicating Nigerian universities. I didn't say that. It's from you, but yeah. So if they ask me, I tell them what I've said. Nigerian universities, somebody is implicating you. If that is what you're doing, please desist from it. Desist from it. It's not, you can't, a human being cannot become their best in such environment. Well, those who are attending our leadership course ongoing now, I think tomorrow is something that you shouldn't miss. I remember a PhD student of mine came from China, and you know China, they are workaholics, and so this kind will come. Some people have told me, oh, they see him even on weekends. He's in the office weekend. He's working. I'm working. And then so one day I called him. I said, well, I mean, you can't work like this under me. This is it's too much. You need to find time for the human person. All right. I said, well, I'm not doing anything at home. I don't have anybody to. I say, yeah, but you are in a country where you can move around. You can travel around. You can go to the islands. You can exercise yourself and explore nature. Well, he was not so convinced. So one day he knocked on my door and said, Bright, I don't know what is happening to me. I don't have motivation, you know. I don't know. I don't feel. I say, yeah, you cause it yourself. When you swim and walk, a time will come when it will fight back. So what will happen is that I will give you 1 week. Drop your computer, drop your books, lock your office. Just go out, find somewhere. Just spoil yourself for 1 week. Just spoil yourself and come back. Let's see what happens. So after 1 week, he came and he said, "Goodness me, I am revived, and now I can see the reason why you told me to take it easy. And from now on, I will take it easy." So the point I'm trying to make is that by the time we don't respect the human person and allow those opportunities to refresh. All right. You have this woman with triplets. She's a lecturer. She's a mother. She's teaching bachelors. And that bachelor's class, she has 300 students. All right. And the bachelor's, this thing, you have year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Then you have masters. And then you ask her to teach her fellow student in PhD. She's also a student. No, you can't work like that. You can't. You will knock the person down. So of getting overwhelmed with work is something that we actually have to look into. But at the same time, I think some of us work with fear. All right, work with fear. Is there no possibility to disclose what your situation is? I don't think I can do this, sir, or ma. I don't think can it be given to another person because I am really overwhelmed now. So you have to find a way to help yourself in this situation. Getting overwhelmed is not the best situation. Resilience. I heard resilience in your work, in your description, which is quite good. That you don't give up. And then you started looking for platforms, and then you ended up with this miracle platform. Well, not to exaggerate our relevance, but I tell you, the fact is that HCEFA is achieving the purpose we set it out for, to bring African academic scientists together to support themselves. We are better together than separate. The challenge you're going through, somebody else may be going through elsewhere. Some of you have expressed the need to develop your capacity. It offers you that opportunity. It offers you that opportunity. So I encourage you, don't be here alone. If you enjoy it, if you like it, if you like what you're getting, then why not ask your colleagues to join the bandwagon so that we can become better and increase our efficiency. Some of you, I'm happy that you have testified that jumping on board, you can see challenges. If not for anything, you can receive motivation to move on. But going beyond that, many of you have developed new skills, which is one of the things we actually desire to have. Develop skills that can help you to become a better person, to increase your efficiency, to increase your productivity, and eventually reach your goal. Reach your goal. All right? Yeah, I like the part you ended by saying that your colleague says she's in petroleum engineering, she's looking for somebody in her field. And then you emphasize the fact that the nature of academia and research nowadays is that it is transcending specific discipline. We are talking about multidiscipline. That is what it is. So this disciplinary bias, we should begin to break it now, jump on board. Or, okay, somebody's in petroleum engineering, I can see somebody in bioscience or arts and humanities. What can we learn from each other? What can we do together? Is there a possibility of doing something together? Yes. You will not discover those possibilities until you begin to ask the questions that are relevant. And once you begin to make that engagement, you begin to see that there are words you have not explored. Why? Because I'm a petroleum engineer, I am this, I am that, I'm that, and then you create words. But when those words are broken, you begin to see new dimensions, new possibilities that exist. That is what happens in my own career. That is what happens. I'm looking for opportunities here and there. And I can see it in somebody who is different from me. I can see it. And I jump into it. And it is mind-blowing what we can do. All right. Let's go to group number 4, which is the final group before we jump out. I saw many people in that group. Who is presenting for group number 4? Let's see what you have. Group number 4. That's a group of the big men and big women. But I'm not seeing any hand now. All right, I see Oluwafemi, who is presenting for group number 4.
Thank you, sir. Well, I'm here to present for group number 4, which is we are at stage of growing career and skill or being stagnant. According to the question, what are our most pressing challenges? We have in this group, we have series of challenges ranging from.
I can't hear anymore. You muted yourself. I can't hear you anymore.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Are you hearing me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, sir. So we have series of challenges in that group that is confronting us from inadequate infrastructure, especially the power and internet facilities, overloading of duty work. People combine administrative work with lecturing and paper publications. What have we done to change the narration? Well, different people have been using different approach. Some people have been engaging in collaboration, online training, and issue of time management. These are the challenges, the approach people have been using. As the intervention work, some are working, some are not working. Even at this stage, some people are looking for postdoctoral program and here to do sabbatical to learn more things in order not to be boring in their in this stage. What do you think you can do? Well, some of people have been working in collaboration with other people. Some people have found way of shedding the workload at the place of work. And
Why is he muting himself? What is happening?
sorry for that. Some people, are you hearing me now, sir?
I hear you.
So some people have been using their PhD student to assist.
You're muted again. What is the problem?
So some people they have discussed with the.
Is there anyone else that can help us with group number 4? This one is now becoming something else. I don't know why it's going off and on.
Sorry, it is the hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Maybe the internet, the facility that you are talking about, because I'm managing my phone here. There's no power on this side. So some people have been talking with their HOD in order to find solutions to the overloading of the work, and some people have been looking for elsewhere to develop their career in order not to be stagnant. These are the few things we discussed in my group, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Group number 4, that stage is a critical stage. There's a word they use there, stagnancy. So where there is less movement. Once many people get there, most often professors. What else will you do? All right. If you love research, you will let's go into administration. If you love administration, then you will not do much in your research. And so you see that it's either that you are going one direction or the other. If you love administration, then your productivity in research will reduce. If you love research, then your face will not be common in the department leadership or management. So there's lots of stagnancy at that level, and many people at this stage ask themselves, what do I do next? But at the same time, you're asking yourself, there is somebody who is also looking at you and say, oh, how I wish I can be that person. I can get to that point. Right? But life is in motion. Life is always in motion, and we have to grow. But one thing I want to tell those who are at this stage is to go back to the drawing board. Your life purpose. Have you reached where you need to be? Many of us actually target that position. I'm a professor as your target. But that is not your life target. And what happens is that the stagnancy we talk about is now caused by you because you think that you have arrived on what you have set for yourself, that you become less innovative, less vibrant. At this stage that you begin to see people begin to have pot bellies for the men, and the women begin to have the other one, and things begin to become very slow. You understand what I mean? Things begin to become very slow. So remember that until you have reached the purpose of your life, you have not arrived. So please still put on your coat of innovation. All right? Creativity. Look out for the questions that need to be answered. Even if you become an admin, look at the things I have said now to group number 3, whereby you see people are overwhelmed with activities. If you become an admin, can you do things better? Are there other ways that things can be done, or you still take the same process? One of the things I hate hearing is that is not the way we do it. I don't like hearing that. It's a stagnating statement. It indicates that you have reached a bus stop. No, there's no bus stop. As far as human beings are concerned, creativity is something that never finishes. All right? Look at a car you bought in 1980. It is irrelevant in 1990. The one you bought in 1990 is relevant in 2000. The one you even bought in 2020, many of it are irrelevant nowadays. Look at the phone. Apple is producing Apple phones. The last one, I don't know if, I think maybe they are getting to 17, 18 now. Why? Creativity. And that is what you need to be. So at this stage, do away with stagnancy. Let your brain continue to work out. Okay? And then I believe that you will still create a beautiful story even at this stage. And the final thing I want to say to this group is that this is the stage where you also begin to build generations to follow you. Many people become selfish at this stage. They don't want to give back. They don't want to give out. Please release. People will answer your name based on the impact you have made on them. Please release it. Some people are silent admirers. Release it. Open up. And then intensify your collaboration. The other things, I think I've mentioned them in group 3 presentation: workload, inadequate infrastructure and power. Yes, that is an African issue. But it is good that many of you are taking the time to improve yourself. And I have to say it again, that ASFI has opened a window. And I'm happy that many of you are taking it. If you persist with us, you see that there is a different story you'll be telling in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, that will emanate from just being interacting with this platform. That is the truth. The courses we bring up, many of them, you don't find them in the curriculum of most universities around in Africa. The courses we bring, most of them, you wouldn't find them there. So we carefully select these things so that we can support this process, your productivity, your ability, your capacity to deliver and to produce. So please keep doing what you're doing with ASFI. Invite your colleagues. very soon. Some of you here now, when we talk about career growth, sometimes people don't understand how these things work, that you need to intentionally do it. Soon we'll be announcing the match mentoring. Some of you who are in group in stage 4, this is time to mentor others. It is through mentoring you also open your bowels of possibilities. It is through mentoring. It's those encounters that will open you up and help you to become a better part of yourself. So once it's announced, whether you want to be a mentee, whether you want to be a mentor, the opportunities are open to develop yourself. Take every opportunity you have to develop yourself. It is for you. You will be happy that you did it. And then those around you will see that you have touched something. All right. So I want to thank you all for today. Just give me a minute to finish up the second edition of the career talks will be first things first, a solid foundation. All right. And after that, we will have the second edition of the career audit on the 4th of April. We'll continue on this trajectory. Now, this first edition has introduced what it is like. What I would like you to do now is to go to your closet, ask yourself, what have I done? What am I doing? Those questions we have looked at, and make a list, because we want to identify those we can follow up. This is a group discussion, but I know some of you may want to have one-on-one conversation on specific issues. Make a note of them, and then we can see those that need such a follow-up, and we can do it. But otherwise, I think engagement like this, where we open up and discuss amongst ourselves, are very useful too. So the seminar series, we are looking at collaboration to impact this year. The first edition has to start. We have made an announcement. That is one way to grow. That is one way to grow in your career. You can't do it alone. You are in petroleum engineering, find somebody to collaborate. So we have formed the collaborative research groups, CRGs. We have formed that. Find a way to join so that you can begin to create a platform for visibility. All right. So please do that. Our theme for this year is from collaboration to impact. Just to remind you that that is the way to go. The more you collaborate, the more impact you create. And I hope that taking this offer we have this year, you increase. And hooray, SFI is 5 this year. I will continue to sound the alarm, because in July, we are coming out in big way to celebrate this. So please keep supporting us and keep looking forward to it. The systematic review course, this is one way to increase your capacity. Please register. These are the things that will help you register and be part of it. It is a very petty amount you pay to attend this course. If you're not a member, do so. SFI Research Journal is still open for article submission. We receive very good number of submissions for the women special issue, but it's still open for continuous submissions. So, and you know that SFI members receive very good discounts in the courses and trainings we have offered. So please do that, to become a member and join us. All right. Sorry, I've taken a bit of your time, but I hope that this conversation has been useful to you. Yes, so we will continue for the second edition of Career Audit in April. All right. So I wish you a very wonderful weekend. Thank you, and see you next time.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. We are grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prof. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. We appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you.